10 more common mistakes that my students make. Number 1, his brother managed to pull over. Is not a mistake. It's okay if what you mean is that he was in his car and he managed to pull over to the side of the road, which just means slow down and stop at the side of the road. If that's what you mean, that's fine. But that wasn't what Yaroslav meant. What he meant was his brother managed to pull through. And he's a great student, Yaroslav, because he uses a lot of phrasal verbs and he uses them very effectively, and that makes him sound really natural. But here he made a mistake. But pull through, it means survive, recover from something terrible. Now, in the show that he was talking about, the brother had been shot. So his brother managed to pull through. He managed to survive. He managed to get better, to recover. Number 2, it's so much different from other buildings. I'm afraid not. It's so different from other buildings. You don't say so much different. It's like saying, you can't use that multiplier with this particular adjective. You can only say it's so different from other buildings. That's already your quantifier there. It's so different. So you can't say so much different. Okay, number 3, we would buy silly gifts. Here's the preposition mistake, for each other, yeah, not to each other. You buy a gift for someone, and so you would buy silly gifts for each other. Okay, number 4, they very worry about her. No, again, it's this one, which is the problem, the adverb. They really worry about her. Not very, please, with verbs. Very big, very small. Very plus adjective. Really plus verb. They really worry about her. I really like her. Or whatever it is. Or I really hate him. If it's with a verb, you need really. That's an adverb. And this one works with adjectives, very. Okay, number 5. Alan didn't like Dorian. Some years earlier, they were best friends. Now, I don't like this, although I can imagine that some people would argue that it's fine. But here's my problem. Alan didn't like Dorian. Why didn't he like him? Because they had some kind of argument. Some years earlier, they had been best friends. It's the some years earlier, basically. Some years earlier means before Alan didn't like Dorian. They had been best friends earlier, before he didn't like Dorian. Okay? So because first they were best friends, then they had an argument, and then Alan didn't like Dorian. You need to put it like that. It really does sound much better to use had been here. Okay, number 6. He went to the party. Where was his friend Harry? The problem is, this is not a question, but this, where was his friend Harry? Sounds like a question to me, but it's not a question. And so we don't use that order. We say where his friend Harry was. We use a normal word order because this is not a question. He went to the party where his friend Harry was. Okay, number 7. If I shaved my head, I will look like a rat. This is a mixture of first and second conditional, and it's not correct because of this mixture. You can't mix this first and second. Well, you can mix first and second in some very odd situations, but not this situation. He was just, my student, Rodrigo, was just saying that if he shaved his head, he would look like a rat. So it's not will, it's would. And I'm sure he wouldn't, actually. But you don't want will here. You want would. Because this is second conditional. It's a hypothetical situation. He's not going to shave his head. I know he's not. He's too sensible. So he's not going to shave his head. He's going to keep his hair. And so this would be a second conditional sentence. We need past simple here. And we need would in the other part. Okay? Number 8, there's no point to regret what I've done. This was very close. The only problem is the preposition after point and the verb form here. There's no point in, is the expression. There's no point in finishing early. There's no point in, there's no point in pulling over. whatever. There's no point in buying each other presents this year. There's no point in regretting. Yeah, you got to double the T because it's a closed set, consonant, vowel, consonant, and you need ing. There's no point in regretting what I've done. Okay, number 9. He didn't appear on the second meeting. Nope, another preposition mistake. We say at the meeting. He didn't appear at the second meeting. Okay? And the last mistake is a vocabulary mistake. I get a bit too stressful. Things are stressful. Maybe an exam is stressful. Or maybe a meeting can be pretty stressful if it's about something which annoys you or something like that, an irritating topic. But people get stressed, okay? I get a bit too stressed is what my student should have said, and then it would be correct. But things stress her out. Stressful things stress her out. Okay, I hope that's all clear. If you have any questions about any of those mistakes, please put them under this video and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Thanks very much for watching.